Dear fursuiters, how do you put one of these in the fucking mouth? My tongue it won't clip to it quite right. We're gonna be doing some we're gonna figure this out. Yeah. He's got Velcro inside the muzzle, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna, this might sound really bad. Just gonna do one of these. Yep. Oh yeah. No, I'm sure that sounds wonderful. Yeah. Okay, we'll see. All right, what we got in here? Okay, hold on. Catch. Ah. Oh shit. No. Bastard. No. Oh my Lanta. Would you knock it off and stick it? Yes. Cool. How does that sound? Do we sound good in here? Sounds hopefully better. It's always one thing after another. Oh man, get it first, it'll be so much fun. Yippee! Awesome. I'll put my paws on. I gotta put on my paws. Hold on. Hide the last traces of my humanity. What am I doing? What are we doing? Oh, I need to get one of these. Oh no. These paws are quite limiting. Oh man. People are gonna be like, you missed a spot. I know, I feel it. Oh, my tail, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, why is it so bumpy on the bottom? Whatever, we're getting carried away. Oh, move my toolbox. So today, I wanted to talk about my very first furry convention. So I originally joined the fandom back in like 2016-ish, shortly after Zootopia came out, yada yada. I don't know if that was truly the infraction point, but definitely had an effect. So I wanted to go to a convention since then, but I was too young. I was a little chit. I didn't have a driver's license or nothing, and I was too ashamed to ask. Hey mom, can I go to this furry convention? No, I ain't that brave. So instead, I figured I'd just bide my time until, you know, I moved out or I got a driver's license, primarily the latter. So I get my driver's license, and in the time of me plotting to go to a convention one day, I eventually encounter another furry, which is nice because there's only one other furry in my sphere. I never participated in any online groups. I didn't really have a social footprint. I was pretty much just a lurker for the entirety of my internet career or lifetime. I don't know. We all live in the internet these days. But so I had acquired this friend from high school and kind of hit him up. Was like, hey, I'm going to this convention. You should come with. And he's like, okay, damn, we're doing it. So we we planned to go for what was at the time our closest convention, which was Denver 2019. August 2nd, I think it was. And I did record a little bit for this Wapow video. But I was still very closeted, and I thought a lot about what other people think. At the time, I didn't have the suit. Obviously, I was just a little guy. This was pre-COVID, so you know, society hadn't collapsed yet, and you still had to act somewhat like a normal person. So I was really ashamed and kind of scared to admit what I wanted to go do. I had an app on my phone that told my parents exactly where I was, and if I just shut it off, it'd look too suspicious. It's like, oh hey, I'm going, you know, out of the city, and I'm shutting my tracking software off. No, that's no good. So the cover story I came up with is I was going to go to this museum, you know, the big museum in Denver, the Natural History Museum. Yeah, we'll go do that. It's just, I'm going to take my friend with me. We're going to go up there. We'll take some photos, and it'll be great. I'm like, okay, show us when you get back. So we did. We took off early in the morning. We went up to the museum. And then once we got there, we're like, hey, we might actually just hang out all day up here because it's not too much that we spend up here.
Hey, I have a dentist appointment, but... Oh.
Okay.
But this Monday, I should be free.
Okay, cool. Just keep us posted in the loop. Where you going? Okay. So we hang out at the museum a bit. We had a lot of fun. As it turns out, my furry friend really enjoys rocks.
This is so pretty!
Magnificent bright red mineral specimen in this display is the largest and finest known crystal of rhodochrosite in the world.
You sound like you're having an orgasm.
It's so damn pretty.
That.
I want one.
You want one?
I want one.
They're so expensive.
Yeah.
So he loved the museum exhibit. And, but yeah, we went through, saw all the taxidermied critters and the fucking, did the health thing where I did a T-pose like this. Apparently I have a really long wingspan that's longer than I am tall.
6 foot. My arm span's really long.
After a while there, we shut my phone down at the place. Now at the time I didn't realize this, but it shows your battery life to everyone on the app. So then my phone just went black, which looking back probably is really suspicious, but they didn't pick up on it. But I just shut my phone down there, and we used my friend's phone who had limited data. So if he ran out of data while we were mapping our way to the convention, we would have just we would have been lost as fuck. But we shut my phone down, used his map, and we get to the convention safely. And at this point, you know, I haven't participated a lot in the community at all. I never really showed up in forums or anything, chat rooms. I didn't VR chat. I don't think VR chat was a thing in 2019, as big as it is now. And I wasn't a part of like a Second Life or anything. Like, digitally speaking, I did not participate. I just watched like Majira Strawberry on YouTube. Or like Vine was big too. I was a big fan of all the furry Vine comps as well at the time. But short of watching the content, I didn't know what to expect going into this, because, you know, like I've seen videos like, okay, this is what it's kind of like at a convention, but I didn't know how I was going to handle that. I didn't know if people were just going to come up and want to give me a hug or whatever. I'm not dressed for the occasion. So needless to say, I was a little anxious.
I don't want to go. It's fine.
And after finding parking, we go in. Now, the video footage is kind of sparse here, so the rest of it I just kind of have to tell verbally. But we went in, we got our tickets, and we quickly made our way to the dealer's den and started snaking through with all the people. And it was a lot like just a state fair or something, where you go there and there's a bunch of booths and stuff where people are selling things. And instead of them trying to make you buy gutters and car insurance and like the most random shit like plumbers and utility men and artists trying to sell off their artwork, well, that persisted. The art part definitely persisted, but it was stuff like, here's parts for fursuits. We're selling plushies here. We're selling a lot of art. We're selling books, stuff like that. And it was pretty cool. I made a couple purchases while I was there because it was like my only chance to get physical stuff, because I didn't want anything mailed to my house. So I got a picture of a raccoon and a couple other little things. I kind of forgot. I know I filmed myself going over what I got, but I pointed a fan at my camera so you can't hear the audio.
Here's my badge. Went for the alias.
But yeah, so after making our way through the dealer den, we kind of meandered back and forth, and while we were in one of the hallways, something happened. Ooh. And by something, I mean there was just this, we were walking, it was going great, and then there was this smell. A smelly smell that smelled smelly. Truly foul odor emanating, and I was like, ooh, that's bad. This is my friend who was with me was like, yeah, the hell is that? And we look around, and we thought originally it was like it was originating from the medieval thing that you put your hand in your head through, and then your hands, and then like they close the board on you and you're in it. Originally I thought someone died over there. We went over there, no one was over there. We just kind of weaved through the crowd, and it got worse. We're looking around, and all of a sudden staff is coming down the hallway ushering us out, like, come on, this way, let's go. So we left, and what happened was apparently a sewage pipe blew up. Now, was that a result of an attendee doing that or the result of just like poor building maintenance. I have no idea, but man, did it stink. So that was kind of on the funny side of it. After meandering through a couple rooms, we went to the, what was it called? The talent show. It was cool. I got to see people performing on stage. I'm not so sure, you know, like if I would ever be brave enough to do that, but I saw it. It was all right. I was really happy to see people putting their heart into something they're really proud of. And needless to say, we were both socially exhausted after this. We were completely burnt out, and we decided to get some food. So we decided to go across the street to the KFC A&W. And oh my goodness, I have never seen a more grim situation for fast food employees ever. There was only three people working, and it was all hands on deck. There was a line of fur people stretching out the door. Some of them there was one dude wearing a fursuit who, by the way, it was like 90 degrees out. He just walked across the hotel parking lot, across 4 lanes of traffic, and then up into this KFC all by himself. I have no idea how he did that and how he didn't pass out from heat exposure, because this shit is warm. Anyways, so after we get there, we get in line behind this goat dude who's like sending dick pics on Telegram. And we finally get to the front because like we were in line like, oh yeah, I want to get a root beer float. I want to get I don't remember if they have curly fries, but I want to get a bunch of I want to just get a bucket of chicken and split it. And by the time we get up to the front, like we just decided, nah, I'm just gonna get a root beer float and that's it. So we get the root beer float and we go to sit down, and like all of the dining tables are just trashed. No one's had time to clean them. The trash cans are overfilling onto the floor because no one's had time to clean them, because you got one dude on the register, one dude on the fryer, and one dude working drive-thru. It's such a catastrophe. And I felt so bad for these poor employees, so we didn't want to stress them too much. And after that little excursion, we just left and sat out on the grass and watched the fur people cross the road. After that, we went back into the convention. Now, I was too young at the time, so I didn't get to experience this, but my friend I brought with was old enough to go into the 18+ section, so he went in there, and I sat outside and kind of looked around at all the people. There was a ton of people having a great time, so I was like, cool. And then after that, we kind of just shook our heads and had a great time and got back in the car, plugged my phone in, started driving out on his map, and then we switched my phone on, and then we started driving home on that, and we just acted like nothing happened. And I kept that a secret for like 4 years that I ever went to that convention. So yeah, that was my first convention. It was only like a few hours, and it had this whole cover-up beforehand, but yeah. I hope to do more content like this for this YouTube channel. I want to make more story time style content, and then maybe one day I'll go outside. I'm just too scared. It's getting colder though. It's getting to be that weather. So yeah, I will never ask you to like and subscribe, because that's a fucked up thing to do, because then I owe you something and I don't want that. I do this for fun, so who knows. But yeah, adios muchachos. No, that's a really shitty goodbye. See you later, my goober.